Hey everyone, welcome back to a 40k journey. My name is Nate, and today we're going to be finishing our Space Marine Fire Raptor gunship. We're starting out with our Citadel medium layer brush and some Dark Oath flesh so that we can shade in and give some more definition to any recessed areas on the hull. So for example, these intake grates, panel lines in the armor plating, things like that. It's really going to help add some more dimension to the Fire Raptor. It's going to look great. And once we're done with that, we're going to begin edge highlighting. You want to use the long edge of your brush here and drag that very lightly across the edges. We're using Dark Reaper for this. And yeah, just very lightly, long edge of your brush along the edge there. And this is a little tricky on edges that don't have very steep angles, but you'll get the hang of it. It takes practice. More than anything, it takes practice. But trust me, it is so worth it. Because it really helps to add dimension to the aircraft and to any model. Edge highlighting is something we all could use some practice with and really helps to make your model pop. Now, we're doing the exact same thing, but with Thunderhawk Blue. And this time we're trying to get a little bit of a thinner line if possible. That way we don't cover up all that really nice Dark Reaper we just added down. And we get a nice transition from the Abaddon Black base to the Dark Reaper and to the Thunderhawk Blue. But yes, exact same procedure, just the edges, any raised parts. Now we're going back and using Dark Reaper and our Abteilung 502 Marta Kolinsky 00 brush to do the exact same thing on the rest of the hull. We just did the canopy for the pilot compartment. Now we're doing everything else in black. And this is a long process. No two ways about it. This takes a long time. But the results are spectacular. Your model will have so much more life and depth to it than if you just left the black areas black, or even if you edge highlighted the black areas with gray. That's what I did for a really long time. I just, you think it's just natural to edge highlight black with gray, but using blues like Dark Reaper and then the Thunderhawk Blue like we're using again here, same procedure, just lighter color, helps add a warmth to black, which is, the coolest of the cool colors. Doesn't get any colder than black. And the process can be a little messy, but don't worry if you get some stray blue in places where you don't want it. That's totally okay, and we absolutely can and do go back and clean it up later. Remember, nothing is permanent on your model unless you want it to be. So I'm filling in the panel lines on the upper wing surfaces here, and now we're going back with Abaddon Black, and we're cleaning up those highlight lines. Because some angles are a little tricky. You have to kind of freehand it a little bit. You can't rely so much on the edge of your brush if the angle's not steep enough. And now, same thing with Mephiston Red. Going back and cleaning up any parts that shouldn't really have any black on them. But, again, it takes a long time, but the results speak for themselves. The Fire Raptor looks spectacular. It is absolutely fantastic. We put a lot of work into this, and it shows. This thing looks great. And we're not even done yet. But wait, there's more. Yeah, so I have some decal transfers from the Ultramarine vehicle transfer sheet that I wasn't going to use, and using Microsol, which is a decal solvent, we are going to add some decals to the Fire Raptor. And what you do with the Microsol is just paint it on where you want your decals to go. And it'll soften the decal, it'll make it easier to work with, and it will help it conform to any irregular surfaces. Like, for example, if you're putting it on like a Space Marine shoulder pad. And there we go. Our Fire Raptor's done. Thank you so much for joining me for this journey with the Fire Raptor. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the videos, and consider supporting the channel on Patreon.